あいついつの間にあんな技を
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at Dragon Ball's evolution. No, not that one. We're focusing on the anime here, counting down the top 10 ways the canon story has developed since the original series.
This is Autonomous Ultra Instinct!
Number 10. Experimenting with animation. Dragon Ball Z favors a grittier tone and more angular character designs than Dragon Ball, but both series are consistent in their own animation styles. Dragon Ball Super, on the other hand, was actively experimenting with each new release. Dragon Ball Super Broly was a completely new look for the franchise, with CGI segments breaking up a fresh art style. Likewise, Superhero changed the game by using only 3D animation. The anime stuck with the crisp and colorful new tone debuted in Battle of Gods, but the movies continue to make full use of modern graphics.
Is that all you've got?
Daima, on the other hand, has gone with a unique mix of old and new, and could potentially be the franchise's standard going forward.
本気になりすぎじゃええか
Number 9. There is always a higher deity. Fans who came on board the franchise with Super won't even know his name, but there was a time when Kami was all-powerful in the world of Dragon Ball.
Ages ago, we two beings were one.
King Kai emerged early in the sequel, and Kami's role as Guardian of Earth paled in comparison. Supreme Kai later appeared and put both their ranks to shame, but even he is dwarfed by the Grand Priest and Angels of Super. They then introduced Zeno, the ruler of everything, and it was hard to imagine there being a higher rank than a literal Omni-King. But Daima introduced Rymus, the creator of the multiverse outside of the demon realm. The universe continues to expand, and Dragon Ball continues to surprise.
そこでライムス様は我々グリンド人の中から何人かを選び、宇宙の監視員として各宇宙に海洋神として派遣したのです。
Number 8. Death no longer matters. Krillin's death in the original series was a genuinely shocking moment. Not only was it the first time we lost a major character, but there was no guarantee of bringing him back.
Krillin! He's gone.
Finding the Dragon Balls was no easy task back then, and even if they were found, Shenron drove a hard bargain. In the current story, the Dragon Balls are always on hand, and Shenron has had plenty of upgrades. Even by the end of Z, the destruction of an entire planet was a minor inconvenience.
Look, the Earth! It's as good as new!
Emotional sacrifices like Vegeta's and Piccolo's lost their weight when the characters quickly returned, and to finish where we started, Krillin's death became a running joke.
Help me!
Number 7. The Dragon Balls play a different role. The original series is named Dragon Ball for a reason. The wish-granting orbs were central to the story, as our heroes risked it all just to get their hands on them, or stop their enemies getting there first. Both sides had to be careful what they asked for though. Shenron granted just one wish back then, with a year's wait before he could be summoned again. Nowadays, no such limits exist, and Bulma keeps them close at all times. The Dragon Balls are an afterthought, rather than something to move the plot forwards.
7 balls! The full set ripe for the taking!
This is evident in recent uses, which include Bulma's wish to counter aging, and the balls themselves being reduced to a game show prize. Daima, however, has tried to increase their importance with the Demon Realm Dragon Balls, where our heroes have to defeat the powerful Tamagami in order to obtain them. Number 6. Goku is not the same hero. It's only natural that Goku has changed over the years, but how much of that change is down to character development rather than writing inconsistencies is up for debate. Goku spent his childhood surrounding himself with friends and loved ones. He gave everything else up to spend 5 years raising Gohan.
He's my son.
Your son!
This Goku carries all the way through to Namek, where Krillin's death sends him over the edge. At some point, Goku's love of fighting outweighed his sense of duty. He not only abandons his friends and planet, he considers everything other than training a waste of time, and puts his own family's lives on the line to challenge himself.
Your naivety may be an even greater threat to this universe than Grand Zeno himself.
Even Vegeta is considered a better father these days.
That's not the way you hold her. Give her to me!
Wow, you're good at this, huh?
Number 5. The stakes keep growing. Dragon Ball never ventured off Earth, and King Piccolo's plan for world domination was its biggest threat.
Ah, it worked! I'm young again! I am born anew!
That all changed when the Saiyans emerged at the start of Z, and Vegeta was shown to blow up planets with ease. Frieza and Kid Buu continued the trend, reducing entire worlds to dust all across the universe. Where did Dragon Ball Super have left to go? But the multiverse. The latest anime in the timeline saw the universe's battle to avoid total erasure, a far cry from the literal down-to-earth tone of Dragon Ball. But it will be interesting to see how much room the stakes have left to grow.
The fourth universe has been obliterated.
Number 4. Super Saiyan is less special. Goku's Super Saiyan transformation is so iconic because we'd never seen anything like it before in Dragon Ball, or any anime for that matter.
Gohan, listen very carefully. You must leave this planet now.
Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 is a direct continuation, a perfection of the ascended form demonstrated by Trunks and Goku. Then things got out of hand. Super Saiyan 3 gets a spectacular debut, but doesn't have the same build-up or emotional weight.
I'm sorry that took so much longer than the others.
In Super, we've seen Saiyan hair turn red, blue, pink, and grey, and the original golden-haired form drops further down the pecking order with each color. Super Saiyan, once an unachievable goal, has become the bare minimum for anyone who wants to keep up.
I will!
Number 3. The tone has shifted one way, then back again. In any long-running anime series, it's normal for the stakes to grow, and the animation to undergo changes. Dragon Ball goes a step further, however, and shifts between entire genres.
Oh yeah? Well, I can break them apart with one finger. Watch this.
The original series is first and foremost an adventure comedy, with a few great action sequences to break it up. Z runs with that action with a harsher animation style to reflect the high stakes and buff physiques. Dragon Ball Super wants the best of both worlds, with flashy and high-energy action to complement its colorful animation, but a much lighter tone than its predecessor. It's hard to imagine Z Goku having such a good time at a tournament to decide the fate of the multiverse. Daima definitely returned to more of its adventurous roots, but it still maintains some excellent fight sequences that are reminiscent of later series. Number 2. Dragon Ball characters have faded into obscurity. At its heart, Dragon Ball was a very human story. Before we knew his origins, Goku himself was seen as nothing more than an overpowered kid. Goku was trained, supported, and seriously challenged by his human companions. Master Roshi was the power benchmark. Tien Shinhan and Yamcha actually beat him in fights, and Bulma was there every step of the way. That all changed when the Saiyans arrived with their scouters, and power levels became the name of the game.
Power level 322. I can tell you're not from this planet.
The humans were quickly left behind, and the series may have lost some of its relatability, but we got to witness the rise of Vegeta, Gohan, and others in return.
Kakarot! What's wrong? I was hoping for a more interesting fight.
You'll get one!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Power scaling is off the charts. Fights in Dragon Ball were usually decided on skill over strength. Dragon Ball Z puts numbers to power levels, which was supposed to help keep track of the strongest characters, but only really succeeded in creating a worldwide meme.
Vegeta, what did you say his power level is? It's over 9,000! 9,000?!
In Dragon Ball Super, we see the dangers of applying logic to power levels. The likes of Krillin, Master Roshi, and Android 17 take impossible wins with little in the way of training or transformations since the Z days. Tien loses out to once weaker characters despite doing nothing but training, Frieza bypasses the entire Z power scale in just 4 months, and Trunks jumps from Super Saiyan 2 to God Slayer in a single rage boost. So much for keeping track.
No! You're a mere mortal!
Which of these changes were for the best, and which have you powering up in rage? Let us know in those comments below.
さあ、これからが本番だ。
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.